What's the word, y'all? If you've been watching One Piece as long as I have, you would know that the Void Century is by far Oda's biggest flashback yet. We all know Oda as the, as the flashback backstory king, so the Void Century is basically Oda's magnum opus, but he's just blue-balling us to that. It's been so fucking long. It's been 20 years, and we still don't know the Void Century flashback. We get hints though, but like, again, he's just grabbing our balls and twisting it. Spoilers for chapter 1165, so if you're not caught up, please don't watch this video. We just finished the God Valley flashback, which is kind of crazy to say. This significant event, the God Valley incident, was set up to be one of the most important events in One Piece history. Everything that is happening today in the current One Piece world is because God Valley incident happened, and we just finished that. That's absolutely, that blows my entire fucking ballsack. To think that only a few years we're gonna get the long-awaited Void Century flashback. Like, come on. Void Century flashback. See, my throat can't even bear to say that word, okay? Just saying that and hearing that. Void Century flashback. Wow. It gives me euphoria. But right now, as of today, we have still yet to know even a fraction, even a, what's smaller than a fraction? I don't know, but it has enough mystery to make Luffy's juicy ass explode. Today, I just want to talk about everything we know about the Void Century, okay? Regurgitate everything back, what we know. I got my notes over here. So, again, I might be wrong, I might be right. Again, don't criticize me in the comments because I'm actually really sad. I'm taking everything from like SBS, Kiris, manga, anime, fucking hentai, I don't care, to figure out if we just lay down every hint that Oda has been putting down in the keyboard, or like writing it, or he's getting his ghostwriters, can we somehow predict the Void Century if we lay down the foundation? Subscribe, like, support small creators, and fuck Jack. Okay, how can we legally predict something happened 900 or 800 years ago, okay? Shit, I don't even know what happened 800, 900 years ago in the real world. Like, is it caveman? Is it dinosaurs? Who knows? Maybe both. But like I said, let's lay down the foundation first. The Void Century is a 100-year blackout from 900 to 800 years ago with no record, no evidence, no nothing. Everything except the Poneglyphs. Right now, we only know two types of Poneglyphs in the world. There's normal Poneglyphs with information about the ancient weapons, and the Rio Poneglyphs. They're usually red with information about the last island, especially about the One Piece. Right now, during my calculations, we only know 3 people that are still alive today that can read the ancient language of, in the Poneglyphs. Robin, who's with the Straw Hats, Kosuke Sukiyaki, who's in Wano, and Pudding, a member of the Three-Eyed Tribe, who's currently held captive by the Blackbeard pirates. There's a few people we can speculate about, can they read it, can they not, because these are the people who already knew about the Void Century, so maybe they took the time and learned language. There's the Roger pirates who, Roger told them everything, and there's the God's Knight and the 5 Gorosei. Vegapunk has also learned it, but since he's dead, maybe, his satellites can also read it, but again, who knows? It's not confirmed. But still, here's the problem, guys. The world government made this research into the Void Century like the worst crime to ever exist. Like killing, other stuff that I'm not gonna say will, make me cancel. Those type of crimes, they're still bad. But the Void Century research, if you research into that century, that is the worst crime. That's our top one. They will send like 50 buster calls. They will send a whole armada just to, make sure no one knows about the information about the Void Century. But still, there's still so many loose ends that the world government left behind. It's not just O'Hara and O'Hara's books or something like that that's still there. There's still so many evidence that people, obviously curious people, are just gonna find out about it. People can literally ask Gabon, Crocus, or even Rayleigh, or any other bum Roger pirates that were there. They can just say yeah, this is what happened, and Joy Boy fucked the shit out of Lily. That and the Poneglyphs are still in existence, even though they've been there 800 years ago. Why didn't just emo oh, can you guys put a cover on it? Just put a cover on it, or fuck it up, write some stupid shit. And the One Piece is also still in Laughdale. I know it's hard to get there. I know there's a lot of seekings and all that, But, you know, Imu just let that shit happen. Of course someone's gonna find it. If it's 800 years, he should, you know, he could have thought like, yeah, I'ma just break One Piece or just like put like a wall upon it. Imu just let Kaido and everybody just exist. He let Big Mom just exist. He just let Roger go to Laugh Tale without any resistance whatsoever. So even though the world government was this big evil force that made everyone like salivate, the way they handled everything was very, very bad. The way they handled erasing history was just done like half-assed. Like, is Imu just one like creepy old brat or something like that? Who knows? And speaking about Imu, let's talk about the characters who were there at the time during the Void Century. We know there's two factions in all of these during the Great War. One side and one side versus the other, all that stuff. One was called the Great Kingdom with Joy Boy, the so-called first pirate, and the wielder of the Sun God Nika fruit before Luffy. We also know from Vegapunk that the Great Kingdom had technology far beyond their own. Even Vegapunk, even though his tech was 500 years, you know, way past us, even he was still a fraction to what the Great Kingdom tech was. Now, the Great Kingdom had 6 allies, which I speculate some of them like are confirmed, but some of them like I kind of, you know, correlate with because they are also like part of the lore of it. So, you know, they're not gonna be part of the 20 families, so obviously they're gonna be part of the Great Kingdom. And 6 of them kind of correlates to the 3 ancient weapons that the Great Kingdom made. The 6 allies include the Lunarians, the Fishmen, the Giants, the Shandians, the Minks, and the Samurais. And remember, just literally 5 seconds, I don't know why I'm saying this, just remember what I told you, that all these tribes are related to the ancient weapon. The Lunarians had the flame and energy to power up Uranus. That's why Vegapunk, the government, used their energy to make the Mother Flame to fire up Uranus. The original Pluton was created by the Galilea Giants, a group of ancient shipwrights which passed down their blueprints to Water 7 with a very similar name, the Galilea Company. We also know there was a mural of the Void Century marked on the back of the Treasure Tree Atom, which Ripley theorized was made of the children of Elbaf at the time. We'll talk about the mural later. The mermaid princess of the time also had the power to control the Sea Kings and was heavily involved with Joy Boy, as Joy Boy asked the mermaid princess to make him the Noah when the appointed time came. The Shandians guarded the bell, the Poneglyphs, and the treasure that the Great Kingdom had, and might have helped Lily spread the Poneglyphs to each one of Joy Boy's allies. We also know that underneath Wano is Pluton, which the Great Kingdom might have hidden to avoid ever releasing the power ever again. The Minks are also considered a very close relative to Wano. Heck, you know, the Mink tribe might have been residents of Wano once upon a time. Who knows? There's also other allies like Sunisha and Emmet, but it's really hard to tell where to put them in these categories. Maybe Sunisha was originally a Mink from Wano. That would explain why he would know where it is. And as for Emmet, maybe he's just a robot built by the Ancient Kingdom. But still, not a lot of it has been revealed. Now let's talk about the mural in Elbaf. Obviously, it shows the tribes of the One Piece world, including Luffy, now returning as Joy Boy, returning from the dead and fighting the devil, which is Imu, holding the Mother Flame. The once great kingdom with Joy Boy fell apart when the 20 royal families, or the Alliance, I want to say, teamed up together and helped destroy the Great Kingdom as we know it. Right now, we only know a few families from the Alliance, but I just want to talk about 2 prominent names in the royal family. One is the Nerona family with Imu, and the other is the Neftari family with Neftari D. Lily. Now, this is the crazy part. The case of Lily. Why does she have the D? Listen, Imu and the Celestial Dragons and everyone hates the D clan. They hate the will of D. So it's basically the evilness of the One Piece world. If you have a D in your name, you're evil. If you don't clean your room, little Saturn, the D people will come and eat your brains. If you don't wash your ass, a D will come up and destroy it like a Beyblade. And since Imu doesn't like Lily, but she has a D in her name, there's only one way to explain it. Because we know the will of D people are residents of the Great Kingdom, so why does she have it? Unless someone from the Great Kingdom did a little bit busy with the Lily. There's only one way to explain it. Lily converted to the will of D clan during or after the Great War. She met the survivors of the Great Kingdom and offered her powers, you know, the Papa fruit, you know, people speculate, put forth the prophecy of Joy Boy 900 years ago. Now, this brings me to the biggest question in all One Piece. Ow! The fuck is this? Never mind that. Brings me to the biggest question of the One Piece world. What is the One Piece? If the 3 ancient weapons cause the sea level to rise by 200 meters, what is the treasure at the end of the blue planet? What makes it so special that Vegapunk, Roger, and even Whitebeard, why do they think that whoever finds it will bring forth the new dawn of the world? Obviously, there's a lot of theories on what the One Piece is, and again, we'll come back to that. I only have 3 questions, rapid fire. Don't worry, just stay for 5 minutes and we'll be fine. Kind of want to talk about Davy Jones, okay, and where he fits in all of these. Was he a part of the Great Kingdom with Joy Boy? Was he a part of the 20 royal families with Emu and Lily? Was he a Morganeer to Joy Boy's Peacemaker? We know that, you know, like there's 2 types of pirates Oda created. There's the rapid, like kid-like pirate Morganeer, and there's like Luffy, fun-loving, finger in the asshole kind of way. You know, Blackbeard might have been Morganeer, Luffy might have been a Peacemaker, and if Luffy is like, you know, the Joy Boy equivalent, is Davy Jones the Morganeer? Was he a part of the Great Kingdom? Because we also know like the residents of the Great Kingdom are all like kind of like the D-Clan. But whoever Davy Jones is, we know that he has the same popularity as Jesus Christ in our own world. Because we got like the Will of D, the Davy Back fight, Davy Jones Locker, and now the D-Clan, and now everything might be just related to Davy. But whoever he is, again, he's very popular. So where does he fit in the Void Century like fiasco, okay? Great Kingdom, 20 royal family, just a random pirate, or a prostitute? Who knows? We don't got the answers. That's what Kanye say. We don't got the answers. 3 more rapid fire things. I don't care. We'll talk about it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. First things first, okay? Clover said that whatever the Great Kingdom's real name is, because obviously no human person would ever think a great kingdom as a name for a kingdom. That would be very stupid. What are you? Your name is your name Jack Master Rosales, Quarbe? No, it's not, okay? But whatever it is, Clover said that the Great Kingdom's real name would be very significant to understand what really happened in the Void Century. Number 2, what is Lily's mistake, okay? Because Emu really hates her, like really hates her, and kind of loves her in a way, because like you got a big ass portrait, you know, and now he's trying to get on with the descendant. I see you, Emu. Generational gooner. Emu really hates her, even though she was kind of part of the alliance. Now, her mistake can, you know, mean a lot of things, you know. A mistake kind of sounds like it was accidental. She didn't mean it. I'm sorry. But since she got a D in her name, is that her mistake? Is her, you know, mistake kind of like helping Joy Boy out? Or did Joy Boy put the D inside of her and made her convert? Who knows? Again, maybe that's Lily's mistake. Or maybe Lily did it on purpose. Sorry, Emu. And lastly, why was Shueisha and Emmett saying sorry? Like, did Emu dummy reverse them and into fighting Joe Boy? Or is it like, you know, sorry, like my crush says, like, after leaving me unseen for 4 days, sorry, and now I'm not gonna talk to her again because, like, damn, like, I gotta have some self-respect. That one hit a little closer to home. Take me back. But again, maybe they're just saying sorry because, you know, they got defeated and, you know, they let Joy Boy get captured and get butt fucked. I don't know. But both of them sound very good on paper. Now, the moment you all been waiting for. The moment you've all been waiting for. What is the treasure hidden in the last island? Drumroll, please. And the treasure is the letter C. It's an ancient weapon that would destroy the red line. Sorry for spoiling. Think about it. I think it's just another ancient weapon. Okay, the one piece of ancient weapon. One Piece, the ultimate weapon to destroy the red line. A weapon so powerful that it can erase the red line and bring forth the dawn of the One Piece world. Now, what I'm about to say will sound very similar to the red line like gets destroyed theory, which is very popular right now. A lot of people are talking about it. And I just want to say, I said it first. I've said first, okay. Since Madam Shirley's predictions are always correct, Luffy will in fact destroy Fishman Island, but indirectly causing Fishman and Merfolk to exchange with humans now because now they're, above ground, thus fulfilling Jinbei's racism dream. All the oceans will be connected now, thus fulfilling Sanji's all blue dream, Chopper's dream, Nami's dream, Robin, and Frankie's dream. All these things will be done if the red line gets destroyed and bring forward the new dawn of the world, like I've been saying. I'm saying right now, might be complete horseshit. Like, complete horseshit. Like, just came out of the, fresh horseshit out of the blue, okay? But a lot of things that I'm talking right now is very similar to what's happening in, in Wano. With Blackbeard knowing Pluton, with the Gura Gura fruit, he can literally just destroy the walls that Wano has and get to Pluton. He can literally break the walls down by force. But his intentions are very different to what Luffy will do with the red line. Well, Blackbeard will break down the walls, with destruction and domination in mind. Realistically, Luffy will break down the walls to bring forth a new era. So that's why Vegabond has been saying world peace is only possible to whoever and whomever has the One Piece. Whatever that is, we will never know. Because if you have the One Piece, would you use that weapon to break the red line? Or would you use that weapon for something more? I don't know. Killing everybody. But again, who knows what the One Piece really is, okay? Maybe it's just Nami and Robin's sex tape, okay? Who knows? Subscribe, like, support small creators like me. What is this? I love you guys. Real one say back.